It is April the 16th, 1947. You are a longshoreman on the dock at Texas City. A working Tuesday morning, salt air, diesel, coffee going cold. Somewhere above you, a thin thread of orange smoke rises from hold 4 of the Grandcamp. By 9:12 a.m., 581 people will be confirmed dead. The cause is 2,300 short tons of ammonium nitrate, surplus wartime explosive repackaged as fertilizer, sealed inside that hold 300 feet from the Monsanto plant. The captain has ordered no water, steam only, to protect the cargo. What that decision set in motion, the record documents precisely. What the crowd gathering on the dock to watch the smoke did not know and was never told is the first thing we will examine. Then the detonation itself. Then the second explosion 16 hours later. We will live this collapse hour by hour from this morning to that second blast. Stay to the end. On April 11th, 1947, the SS Grandcamp ties up at Pier O in Texas City, Texas. She is a Liberty ship, wartime surplus, transferred to France, now carrying a cargo reclassified on paper as agricultural fertilizer. Between April 14th and 15th, longshoremen load approximately 2,300 short tons of ammonium nitrate into cargo hold number 4. The compound is the same material used in wartime explosives. The bags are torn in places, some are damp. The hold is unventilated. Texas Gulf heat radiates through the hull. The workers handle it as fertilizer. The labels say fertilizer. Federal warnings that bulk ammonium nitrate could detonate under heat and pressure existed before April 1947. They were not acted upon. On the evening of April 15th, rain stops the loading. The hatch is sealed. Overnight, a fire begins inside, undetected, accumulating. At approximately 8 a.m., longshoremen opening hold number 4 find smoke rising from the cargo. They try a water jug. 2 fire extinguishers, neither slows it. Captain Charles de Guillebon orders the hold sealed. His reasoning is documented. Water would ruin the freight. Steam is pumped in instead. Standard procedure for protecting cargo from fire damage. It is the wrong procedure for ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate is an oxidizer. It sustains combustion without external oxygen. Steam adds heat. A sealed, unventilated hold now traps that heat against 2,300 tons of a compound that destabilizes as temperature climbs. By 8:30, onboard ammunition risks cooking off. Stevedores are pulled from the ship. At 8:37, Texas City's volunteer fire department is dispatched to Pier O. They are not told what is in the hold. They arrive with equipment for a cargo fire. By 9 a.m., the Grandcamp is venting smoke that is not grey. It is orange gold. Ammonium nitrate decomposing under heat produces nitrogen dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide is that color. No one on Pier O knows what they are seeing. Workers pulled from the ship stand at the dock edge. Bystanders arrive from the surrounding streets. At a schoolyard 2 blocks away, children watch the column rise. All 28 members of the Texas City Volunteer Fire Department are now at Pier O. Chief Henry Baumgardner is among them. They are prepared for a ship fire. They are not prepared for this one. No manifest detail has reached them. The hold is sealed. The crowd is watching. The firefighters are working. 9 minutes remain. At 9:12 a.m., the Grandcamp's hold detonates. The explosion is heard 150 miles away. It registers as a seismic event in Denver, Colorado. The ship's 2-ton anchor is thrown 1.62 miles from Pier O. Cargo reaches 2,000 to 3,000 feet into the air. A mushroom cloud rises 2,000 feet. A 15-foot wave generated by harbor displacement rolls across the dock. The Monsanto chemical plant stands 300 feet from the berth. Of 574 workers present, 234 are killed. The structure ceases to exist. 27 of the 28 members of the Texas City Volunteer Fire Department die at the moment of detonation. Chief Henry Baumgardner and his crew, who responded with incomplete information, are gone. One man survives. The people who gathered to watch the smoke do not have time to understand what they are seeing. 600 feet from where the Grandcamp stood, the SS High Flyer sat at anchor. Her manifest, 961 tons of ammonium nitrate, 1,800 tons of sulfur. Debris from the morning detonation had already set her alight. Tugboats moved in. A tow cable was attached. The crew pulled. The High Flyer moved approximately 100 feet before the cable snapped. The crew withdrew. Texas City had no functioning fire department. More than 5,000 people were injured. An estimated 2,000 had lost their homes. Mutual aid from Galveston and Houston was en route. In the hours between the two detonations, rescue proceeded with whoever was still standing. At 1:10 a.m. on April the 17th, 16 hours after the first explosion, the High Flyer detonated. The final count, 581 confirmed dead, 113 never recovered, 63 never identified, more than 3,000 injured, $100 million in damage. Ernestine Garza Moreno was 17 years old. She was walking to school when the Grandcamp detonated. Billy Bell Lambert was 12. He was pinned under the collapsed structure of his own house. Julio Luna Jr. climbed out of a ditch and spent 2 days pulling survivors from the rubble. 8,485 plaintiffs filed suit. In 1950, a federal district court found the government negligent. The ruling was appealed. In 1953, the Supreme Court reversed it, 4-3. Dalehite versus United States, case number 346, US 15. Policy-level decisions, the court held, are shielded from tort liability. The survivors received nothing. Congress passed Public Law 378. The settlement totaled $16.5 million, divided among 8,485 claimants. A few $1,000 per death. The federal warnings about bulk ammonium nitrate were already in the record before April 1947, already filed, already known. The port still operates. The memorial at the waterfront carries 576 names. The anchor that travelled 1.62 miles is preserved nearby, recovered from a field. What Texas City generated in law, Dalehite versus United States 346 US 15, remains foundational. It defines the boundary of what citizens may recover when federal policy-level decisions cause catastrophic harm. It is still cited. Texas City itself is largely absent from national memory. The case is not. After 1947, ammonium nitrate was reclassified as hazardous. Proximity standards were codified. Hazmat protocols requiring responders to know precisely what they face were embedded in national safety law. The system that allowed it was documented, revised, and in places corrected. No single person caused this. A structure of assumptions placed 2,300 short tons of explosive-grade material 2 blocks from a girl walking to class. Sources for this video, court records, congressional testimony, survivor accounts are linked in the description. Every figure cited here is traceable. Another last day. Every week,